1986, Nigeria found crude oil, and I want you to think about that for a second. Really think about it. So, really think about it. Understand? A country tens of millions of people, rich culture, brilliant minds, agriculture and abundance, groundnut, palm oil, cocoa, already building the real economy then. Understand? Now, oil, black gold, liquid money, underneath the ground, the kind of discovery that should transform a nation for the nation. So why in 2024, over 100 millions of Nigeria are living below poverty line? That's the question should be watching every single one of us. You understand? Now, let me give you number first because the number are important. The number are actually offensive. Nigeria have earned constantly over $600 billion in oil revenue since 1970. $100 billion of dollars from one resources. Singapore built entire first world nation from scratch with less than that. Norway took their oil money and built a sovereignty nation fund now over what trillions of dollars. So even when the oil runs out, their children will be taken care of. Dubai took deserts as Sanfin and used the oil money and built one of the most visited city on the planet. Nigeria have the worst road in the world. A grid power that has never for once entire history achievable stable 24 hours electricity nationally. A public hospital where doctors work without equipment, public school where children sit on the floor. You can see imagine now $600 billion and this is it. So where is the real cause? The conservation starts. There is economic theory. You might have heard it called the resources cost. The idea is that a country that discover a massive natural resources often end up in worse than the country without them. And on the surface, Nigeria look like the perfect case study. But I want to push back something. A cause implies is in place you no choice because implies something was done to you. And I think that is fair as emotionally satisfying as it is actually let the real coverage of the hook. Because what happened in Nigeria wasn't a cause. It was a series of choices made by specific people with a specific interest over and again. Understand? Let me walk you through. When oil discovered in Nigeria, Nigeria is already running a federal leasing economy that the region northeast west were each developing based on what they produce. The north sold groundnuts, the west sold cocoa, the east sold the palm oil. Each region had a scale in game. Each region had a reason to develop. Then oil came. The federal government, especially after the military took over, centralized everything. Oil money flow into Abuja first, then it gets shared. You understand? They share it by who, according to what, or monitor how. You understand? This thing according to base note to them. You understand? Now, this is where it start to unravel. Understand? The military government of 1970s to 1980s, like Gowon, Obasanjo, first term, Babangida, Abacha, this administration oversee the flow of petrodollars into Nigeria. Understand? Instead of building infrastructure, institutions, instead of investing in refinery, infrastructure, election, education, and diversity. Now, those movement they started looting statement systematically industry almost creativity. Understand? Now, Obasanjo, Babangida regime alone in 2000, Babangida regime during a own tenure, $12.4 billion oil withdrawal from Gulf of War oil boom in early 90s. That money disappeared. The government panel later called it unaccountable for 12.12 billion unaccountable for. Not missing, not lost, not mismanaged, stolen. You understand? But here is the real deeper problem at last the military. Or he did something to physically physiology. You understand? Or he did something to Nigeria physiology. Where you have a resources that generate money without requiring labor, without requiring reproduction, education, or health population, you start to see people differently. You don't even need them to be educated. You don't even need them to be weighty. You don't even need them to be innovative. You just need them to be quiet. And so over a decade, Nigerian government stopped seeing citizens as asset to be investing. You understand? And start seeing them as liability to be managed. Managed. That the shift, the government Sadio shift how power view people. You understand? Like the real cause. You understand? Then there is Niger data. You understand? The oil come from somewhere, right? And it come from ground in River State, in Bayelsa, in Delta, in Akwa Ibom community. I live under the land for century, farming, with fishing, and its rivers breathing its air. What did the oil bring to them? Like a gas flaring that light up the night sky, causing to their airspace, speed that keep fish convention the water around can never grow crops. Community that sit on top of the resources that fund the entire country's sea water. Imagine. Now without the pipe borne water. See, when they protest, when they say this is not right, like Kankoro, Kansaro Wiwa said it peacefully and elegantly internationally, and they hang him in 2000, in 1995, you understand, in front of the world. That is not the cause, it is a choice, you understand? This is a choice. You understand? Now, it is to be fair. I want you to be fair. Some of this also a structure, a global. Same international company that operate in Nigeria operate differently in Norway. The same World Bank that advise Nigeria, other countries, there is a global system that benefit from Nigeria or being cheap, for government being weak, from Nigeria contract corrupt. The ways has never been innocent in this case, but they cannot be wholly cannot be whole stories because other countries face the same pressure. Botswana with diamond, Rwanda post genocide, even Ghana with its own oil discovery have made a different choice. So the external pressure is real, and this is not sufficient explanation. Here is what getting this about right now. So the oil is running out, not immediately, but the production hasn't been thinning for years. The test from pipeline, a massive industry scale, has made it worse. Dangote refinery, if it works at full capacity and change the domestic equation, the world is slowly moving toward a new age. So people is approaching a moment, a virtual acceleration moment, where the oil is going to